licensure. Just, it was very clear the first time. Yeah, so thanks for being here. Sometimes it's hard to like make space in the middle of the week or in the evening. Yeah, appreciate you taking your time. So let me go back to my terrible out of order notes and see where we are now. We're pretty much getting to the part where we listen to awesome presentations. Tonight's presentation is by Sharon Kennedy and Mohammed. I've never said your last name before. Asaduallah?
Just ignore the
Asaduallah.
Oh, ignore the A, sorry.
Mohammed! And their project, among many others who contributed to this project, is Women in Color. And they've been here for a while. The project didn't start here. It was kind of like Mohammed's like baby for a while, but he brought it here and kind of made it a community thing. So I'm saying too much. Just welcome. You should get up on stage. This is super exciting. There you go. Wait. Round of applause. Yeah. Go in a cappella.
Do we have a clicker or?
It's a wink system.
So like this?
Yeah, you're just gonna have to use human communication.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Hello.
Hold it nice and close.
Is this better? Is this okay?
I'll get serious.
Alright, awesome. Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed. I am the founder of Women in Color. And Sharon.
Hi, I'm Sharon.
Sweet. Please. So, if you're wondering what Women in Color is, Women in Color is this website here that hasn't really launched publicly. So thanks for sharing the link to the beta site. Now it's public. Appreciate the support, everyone. I know everyone's excited. But really, if you go to the next slide, please. We are an online community of talented women and people of color, available for speaking opportunities at tech-related events, such as this. So what do I mean by women and people of color? So that means if you identify as a woman, or if you identify as a person of color, we encourage you to go online and sign up to be a speaker, especially if you're a subject matter expert of tech-related topics. So it doesn't have to be development. It could be something as simple as design, marketing, search engine optimization, cryptocurrency. That's been a new one. We've been seeing a lot of that. So if any of those are interested to you, even civic technology, we encourage you to go ahead and sign up. Okay. What comes after? It's so hard to see what's going on.
It's related.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, why did we decide to make this website? Well, I feel like.
Sorry, I just realized there was a
Oh,
there.
we love stream. Hi, everyone at home. Hi, Mom. So, basically, we made this website because it is, I think, a well-known phenomenon that there are disproportionately more men, and especially white men, that are speaking at conferences and speaking in front of people and on panels and that kind of thing. So I feel like this awesome poster, I don't know if this is like a joke or I'm like supposed to be ironic, but apparently it is a real thing. This is what it is, like just the overrepresentation of guys. And what? Oh. Next one. Oh yes, this is the much more concise explanation of why we're doing this. But yeah, I mean, like, I think something that is sort of like a common reason for not having more diversity in like the speaker list at events is that it's just hard to find like qualified and enthusiastic women. That's like something that organizers say. So this is kind of our attempt to put that argument to rest. It should be really easy. Now we have this whole website full of talented.
I was thinking binders.
Binders full of women. Digital binder.
Yes, so I don't know what comes after this. Perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, so when I first came to Civic Tech TO, it was through a colleague of mine. She asked me to come in. Shout out to Erin, if you're watching this. So my goal was essentially trying to build a platform where we can essentially anyone sign up and manage their own profile. Currently, the process is it's very frustrating because when you sign up, you're signing up to a MailChimp form, and that form lets me know that you have signed up. Then I go to the WordPress website, and I manually copy and paste everything over. I look for your photo based on if you're on LinkedIn or Twitter, optimize that image, and then post your profile, then let you know on LinkedIn that it's available. So as you can tell, that takes a lot of time and effort, and it's kind of also the reason why we've remained Toronto locally over the 2 years now. The goal with the new site, you can manage, anyone can sign up, anyone can manage their own profile, which will now also allow us the ability to essentially scale to other cities. So the goal with our new site is to expand to 4 additional cities in Canada and 10 in the United States. So that is hopefully going to bring in a whole lot of diverse subject matter experts, which will enable not just events, but also possibly create opportunities for jobs, opportunities for mentorship, opportunities for board seats, things of that nature. Oh yeah, last one. With the new site, we're also looking to see if we can, not see, but our goal is essentially lay down the foundation to develop new features and functionality. So for example, we want to be able to integrate talks that a speaker has done before. We got a lot of feedback from event organizers as to what they would like to see. We also got feedback from speakers themselves as to what they would like to promote themselves. So keeping all of those things in mind, we're really trying to ensure that the tech stack essentially supports with that scalability going forward. One little thing, of course, I'd also like to do is be able to create a Facebook bot, or essentially, or a Slack bot, whichever bot is bot, where you can be like, find me women of color in digital marketing in X city, and it'll just do a little dump for you. So that I think would be really cool, and we can do that with the new technology we're building. What's next? Okay.
Alright, so what we learned over the course of the past almost year. So basically our very first meeting was last summer. I remember we all sat down, Mohammed explained the idea, and he was like, when do you think we can launch this? And like me and 3 other people were like, oh, this is so easy, like it'll take us maybe like 2 months or something. We'll probably launch by November. That was not true. Still not launched. Next slide. Another one of our early conversations is like, what technology should we use? And we were like, oh, well, we all know JavaScript, and some of us know Rails. But then we were like, nah, we want to learn something new. Let's write it in something like really different and difficult so we can learn something. We couldn't decide on what to pick, but somehow we ended up picking Go, which is like the absolute wrong choice. And we spent like 2 months trying to learn Go, and then we gave up and went back to JavaScript. Another major learning point, 2 things in this actually. So we had one of our volunteers contributed sort of like the setup for the back end, and had it all set up on Docker. It was fantastic, and we kind of just assumed that like this was the magic bullet that would solve all of our volunteer onboarding problems. It didn't. It still takes a long time to onboard volunteers, and having Docker didn't. I mean, it made it a little bit better. Didn't solve it. So basically, like this is just a few of like the many things that we learned over the past year. Why did it take us so long to get to this very early soft launch stage? I mean, a big thing was just like everything took much longer than we thought it would. We sort of like made we said we're going to work on it at hacknight, but when you think about it, how much time do we have at a hacknight? It's like an hour. So a feature that would take maybe 1 day in real life of work, 8 hours, and that's a small feature. That takes like 2 months in hacknight time, right? So that kind of leads us to our next thing, which is prioritize ruthlessly. We cut out a lot of the stuff that we wanted to get to just to this very bare bones launch point. Also cut out things like learning tech and lots of stuff. And lastly, people will come and go. This is all volunteer based, right? But it's still really important to invest time in the people that do show up. Make sure they're onboarded properly. Make sure that they feel welcome and know what they're doing, even though they might never come back. Still, just have to do it.
Yes. But yeah, that's us on the that I don't know if it was a slow news day or we're just really that good-looking people. But yeah, that's actually January 2nd earlier this year that we got featured on the homepage. It all kind of just happened in Civic Tech TO. One person put us in touch with another, and next thing you know, we are modeling at Mars. Yeah, it was at Mars. We were just like, okay. Hot tip, Sharon's just like natural model. The whole time the photographer was like, okay, you need to like put your face this way, and I'm moving my face around, and he's like, oh Sharon, you just stay right there. Just stay right there. You're doing wonderful. And I was like, how is this happening? Like I'm on TV, so anyhow. But yeah, in summary though, however, we got featured on the front cover of Metro. We received sponsorship from Simple and Travel Skills, who are super excited to be working with, and you'll be hearing a lot more of that once the new site launches. Beta site is live, if you are not aware of it. It's we were hoping to keep that very quiet, but it's public now, so surprise. Sharon has decided to come on board as a co-founder, so that's been a huge. It was very interesting to see how dedicated and committed and so passionate Sharon's been, which lends itself to essentially the last point as well too, is that over the not even past few, like essentially throughout the time journey, whatever word you like to use, of the project. Sharon has just been, even outside of the hacknight, she's been putting in her own time, and for those who don't know, Sharon does freelance work as a contractor, so I definitely did not feel right to be taking that time away from her, and she's giving up the opportunity to make money. So we have also decided to bring it on as a part-time developer, taking 1 day of her time, and be able to ensure she's compensated for that, and that money, thankfully, is coming from Multiple and Travel Skills, so shout out to them again. So, yeah, we just set up our milestones. I'm sure many more to come, but next steps.
Cool. So we have a lot of things that we still want to do. I think the biggest thing right now is just actually launching the site. So as you know, we're in beta right now. You guys should definitely check it out. Tell us if you notice anything. There's probably lots of things that we can work on. But we're trying to sort of like fix those things up so that in the next 2 weeks or so we can launch the site officially. We're working on expanding to additional cities. So right now if you go on the beta site, if you click on any city other than Toronto, it'll just have no results. So we're hoping to start building partnerships and expanding throughout Canada and the US. That goes along with sponsors. We need sponsors everywhere. So if you know anyone. And another major thing is fostering an online community of developers. So we're pretty committed to keeping this project open source and community based. And I mean, like here in Toronto, we've already got like several contributors that have done amazing work from Civic Tech. But we're hoping to kind of build that and make sure that we have, people in all of the cities where we're working who are also sort of intrinsically part of making the platform succeed. And new features and functionality, kind of talked about that already. We've got lots of other things we want to do. Cool stuff. So yeah, let's open it up to questions. What do you got? Or you can just clap. That's cool too.
Yes. So it seems to me that.
Oh, do you mind?
Oh. Just or the audience, for the live audience on YouTube. So it seems to me that there are a lot of speaker bureaus that rent people out for $150,000 a night or whatever. But I presume they have people that market their services. I mean, they sort of run it as a business to do outreach in the community and stuff like that. Are you thinking along those lines as you go forward? And charge for the service.
Charge for the service. Yeah, so there are few opportunities we see where we can start generating revenue to be able to build a sustainable organization. Of course, we purposely registered. Oh yeah, that's one thing we're missing. So we are finally registered as a not-for-profit after being an online community for 2 years. So to your question, however, there are bureaus that exist. Some are even based here in Toronto. They specialize in essentially being able to not only market but also manage you and be able to put your rates out and whatnot, things of that nature. Where our goal is to essentially make this more of a community-driven approach, where we want to market and get our name out through whether it's word of mouth or search engine optimization or other things of that nature. But we do not want to essentially, at least at this point, be the middle person where we're saying, hey, pay this person and we'll keep a cut of that. Our goal is to keep this free for the speakers for as long as possible. Our goal is to, however, generate revenue either through events, sponsorships, through job listings, other things of that nature. So zero desire to ever charge. If anything, we've already started looking for opportunities, such as with Wealthsimple, for example, where anyone. So I'm giving this away a little bit, but our goal is one of the features we want to build is have a perks section under the speaker's profile. So if you're a speaker, you have a special CMS essentially where you can manage your own profile. And in that area, you'll have a perks section. And in the perks section, you can see all the different partners that we have who have special deals or promotion. So for example, with Wealthsimple, if you would sign up with our link, you would get $10,000 or $15,000 managed free for your first year. And hopefully you contribute $100 within the first 30 days. And as a result, Wealthsimple will then give $50 to women in color. So that also enables us to not only provide a benefit to our community, but also try and build that residual income to ensure we're being a sustainable organization.
You're going to have job listings on your site?
Yes, that's one of the features as well we want to work on, yes.
For the people that are listed?
Correct. Companies that are looking to hire people, yes, to those people. Because our goal is to have essentially it's a diverse subject matter expert. So
but the speakers can also offer their services.
For sure. Yeah.
Sounds really good.
What other questions are?
Thank you for that. I have a quick question. Have you thought about partnering with big events organizers like tech summits, blockchain conferences, or something like that, so that they can actually find this through your data and they can provide other people? Because the thing is happening is that they have many of them have this form on their website. Then you apply and you don't just get a reply because a lot of people just get. I don't know what happened with them, but I believe if they have a source like that, they might be able to reach people easier than that.
Another business question. So yes, we are already in talks with a number of different event organizers. For example, we've reached out down south of the border, speaking to Change Catalyst, who has Tech Inclusion, and they hold multiple different events. We also have Female Founders School that we're speaking to. So there is multiple different organizations and events organizers who we are speaking to. The main thing right now is that our database pool is very limited to Toronto. Hopefully, with the enablement of the new solution and as we start going live, that pool should get much larger and allow us to essentially build much more stronger relationships and act as a means of essentially not having any more excuses as to why there are straight white men on panels. And to your other question as to the call for speakers, that's also another feature set we are looking to implement. But of course, we need developers. So if you are a developer, know developers, or know somebody who has money and would like to donate money, we will gladly accept it for all those reasons.
And then one more question after this. So.
I don't think it was mentioned in this presentation, but what is that beta link?
It's beta.womenincolor.com.
Is there some sort of vetting process for when a potential speaker registers on the website, or just make sure, like, when it scales, like, potentially spamming it, like, for example, my 14-year-old sister, I think, she create a profile potentially for a speaker. So what are your thoughts on vetting?
So that is a great question, and we've thought about this as well too. At this point, our goal is essentially to just get the site out. The next step is essentially then add email verification, where we confirm you are who you say you are. And the next step after that, depending on if we have the sponsorship, if we have the money, if we have the enough credits to Amazon's, what are those people that like test things and you pay them a penny?
Mechanical Turk.
Yeah, Turks. Maybe we can just get Turks or something. Not really sure as to what exact solution would be. We definitely are aware of that. But at this point, our goal is like how can we just get this out versus like how can we get this out and it'd be perfect. Because then it'll just be like forever before it gets out, as you can tell.
I would maybe just add to that, like at this point, people are pretty self-selecting. Like it's already hard to persuade people to like put themselves up for this sort of like scary opportunity of like speaking at conferences. So I think it's like the people that are willing to make a profile on the website are usually people that are confident about, you know, that they're capable of speaking at really events.
How many people do you have? It seems like a pretty long list.
There's 224.
Wow, awesome. Really good. Yeah. I see that you put yourself on the top of the list, though.
Yes.
It just happened that way. Just wanted to know that of those 200-something people, about around 85% are women, and about 50 or 60% are people of color who identify. So there's a blend of that as well, too, which was super exciting to see as well. Too.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
We're good?
Thanks,
All
guys.
right.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
everyone.
So we're gonna switch up.